Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a look using the Gemini palette by Melt. I really wanted to use this green section here because I don't think I've actually used that section yet. So I'm going to just straight away get started. I'm going to first prime my eyes using the P. Louise base, obviously. Just gonna plop this all over my eyeballs, just using a fluffy brush, and I'm just tapping it into the skin just to get us a nice layer of that. Just going to use my fingers to melt the product in as well. Now what I'm going to quickly do is I'm actually just going to grab a light powder. I'm just going to use this shade here from this NARS palette. Now I usually don't do this with colours, but I find that with the melt shadows, using a sticky base isn't necessarily needed. So I like to do this, and I still find that the colour payoff is spot on, so I'm not really fussed. Let's get to the eyes. I'm going to start off with this shade here, which I don't know, I believe is mochi. It's kind of like a mustard green, so I'm just going to start applying that and blending that into my crease. Again, when I use colours, I tend to start with the dark shade first, but once again with these melt eyeshadows, I find that this is the best technique to use. So I'm just blending that into my crease, big sweeping motions. I'm going to make sure I really blow out this colour. Okay, next I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and I'm actually going to put this in the, on the outer portion and inner portion. So I'm going to create a halo because I feel like I haven't done one of those in what seems like years. It's been a while, so I'm really just working that and also bringing that slightly into my crease as well. And let's apply this on the inner portion. Again, a little bit in the crease as well, just to start darkening that crease up. And I'm also just using the same brush that I used with the first colour. I haven't swapped out that brush yet. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a clean fluffy brush and I'm going to dip into that first shade, and I'm just going to go over these edges here just to really bring back that shade, and also to make sure that everything is well blended into each other. I might go in some more with that the second green that we used. Okay, so my camera cut out, I don't know where I was. But basically I'm just adding the second green and the first green that we used, and just using that to blend out any harsh edges that we have and build up the opacity for these two shades. So I'm just doing that and just alternating between the two brushes that I have here. Then what I'll do is I'll go in with a smaller brush. I'll grab Leo, which is this darker green. I'm going to apply that on the very outer portion here, as to really darken up this outer and inner portion. I might also start to bring this colour in and start connecting these two here, just to give it a little bit of something. So really just connecting them here. Don't worry too much about the blending. I'll go back in a moment to blend that out. I'm just applying it down first. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab the first shade that we used, and I'm going to use that to help me blend out the edges. Actually, I think I'm going to mix the first and the second color that we used to help me blend those edges. And you're gonna spend some time really blending So I find circular motions and windshield wiper motions to really help. And that semi-clean brush that we used as well, I'm going to go in with that and use that brush to help me blend as well. Alright, so I've gone ahead and done that. I've also gone ahead and mixed Leo and Bonnie, which is the dark green and the black, together to darken the outer and inner portions of my eye. Next, for the center, what I'm going to use is I'm going to use another base, but this time it's by Urban Decay, and it's the eyeshadow primer in Honey. So it looks like this. It's got a gold tinge to it. So if I show you the wand, you can see it's got that gold hue to the primer. So I'm going to apply that on like so, and just with my finger I'm going to tap that out just slightly. I'm not going to cut the crease, ain't nobody got time for that. And I also feel like, because my eyes are starting to sag because I'm getting old, I feel like it's not working out for me as well as it did in the past, which is quite scary if I do say so myself. I'm just going to grab a flat shader brush. Alright, and then I'm going to grab Golds, which is this beautiful shimmery green. I'm going to apply that on my brush, and then I'm just going to, well, tap this all on that center. I'm actually going to use my finger, that's better. I'm just going to apply that. And the gold base, not only does it allow the eyeshadow to stick, the shimmer eyeshadow, but it just kicks off a really nice golden undertone, which is really beautiful. Not too worried so much about placement, because we'll go back in and fix all that up. I am focusing this shimmer shade in the center first, and then using my finger to tap out into the rest, just to start the blending process. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the first shade, mix with the second shade, and I'm going to start tapping that in here, just to start that nice transition from matte to shimmer, and obviously light to dark. And then I'll go in with the dark shade, so Leo and Bonnie, which is that black shade, and I'll begin to flick that into the two shades that we just put down, like so. Okay, and then for this top section here with the blend, I'm going to grab just Leo, tap off any excess, and I'm putting my brush up like this, and I'm just blending this top half. Alright, and just to bring that texture back in, I'm going to spray my brush with some Fix Plus, but first I'm going to go into that shade Golds, the shimmer green, and I'm going to spritz my brush there, and I'm really just going to focus this right here on the center, right there, nowhere else. I'm not taking it any further out or anything like that. I'm just going to focus that right here in the center. And just for a little bit of extra dimension and texture, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in Midnight Cowboy, which is a pale gold, I'm going to say. Well, I will say it's a pale gold. I'm just going to apply that on the center once again, and using the same brush, I'm just going to tap that out. And you can see it just gives the most beautiful dimension and texture to the look. Okay, I'm going to go off and do my eyebrows and my base off camera, just to save us some time, and then I'll come back and I'll finish off the under eyes, I'll apply some lashes, and I'll show you guys the finished look. Okay, so I've done my eyebrows, my base, my bronzer, my highlighter, my lashes. Now I'm going to finish off the lower lash line. So for that I'm going to go in with the first green shade. I'm going to really smoke that underneath here on my lower lash line. Now I like a really blown out lower lash line. You don't have to go down as far as I do, but I will be going down quite far down. Okay, and then I'll be going with Fire OG, which is that second green shade that we used. Making sure to really smoke it out as well. And then I'll go in with Leo mixed with some Bonnie. And I'll put this on the outer portion here and also a little tiny bit on the inner portion here as well. As you can see, I've kind of winged out the line, the eyeshadow as well. So I'm really making sure to connect that there on the outer portion. And then what I'll do is I'll go in with Mochi, which is that first shade that we used, the light green. And I'll just use that to buff out these edges and make sure it's all well blended. Next, I'm going to actually use this Marc Jacobs highlighter in Guilty. I think it's the Omega Glaze. I'm just going to use a little bit on a flat shader brush. And I'm going to highlight the inner corner. Now I've already highlighted the brow bone here with this shade. And I also use this as my highlighter on my cheekbones. And what I might do as well, just as a little something something on the lower center lash line, I'm going to use my glitter liner. Just a little bit of it. And just like we did to the top, I'm going to tap that out. Just very slightly, just to give that lower lash line a little bit of glam, a little bit of something. And for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with this eyeliner by Zoeva. It's in Good Karma. It's just a green, like a dark green eyeliner. I'm going to apply that to my waterline. I'd say it's more of an emerald green, so it's not dark, but I feel like it's a really nice contrast with all the other greens that we've got going on at the moment. And then what I'll do is I'll apply some bottom lash mascara, and I'm really going to bulk this one up because I really want some chunky lashes on the bottom here. I feel like that will really even out the whole look. For lips, I'm just going to go in with a nude surprise. I'm going to first align my lips with the Kat Von D lip liner in Hawkwind. Oh, Hawkwind. And then for the lipstick, I'm going to go in with MAC Yash lipstick. Concentrating that on the center of my lips first, and then using my finger, I'm just going to tap that out. And then just to top it up, I'm just going to use some Fenty Fuzzy, just a little tiny bit. Right here on the center of my lips as well. I'm going to rub my lips together. Now let me fix my hair and I'll show you guys the finished look. And there we have it. There is the finished look. It's really beautiful. The spotlight eye is quite nice. I love the addition of the glitter. I think it gives the eyes some really nice textures. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.